Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Travis RC. It's another race day. We're headed to Woodbury, Minnesota. $2 hobbies, but before we get there, I want to show you another Midwest institution. You've seen Culver's, you've seen Caribou. Now, let me show you what might be the biggest Midwest institution. Ladies and gentlemen, the best gas station in the entire United States, Quick Trip. Quick Trip has the aura that Buc-ee's wish it had. I've never been to a Buc-ee's, but I'm sure it can't touch this. Usually pretty bad at eating any kind of breakfast outside of a protein shake before we go racing, so I figured I'd pick up a sausage, egg and cheese, a croissant. So they're actually doing a points race today at Dollar Hobbies, which we haven't been to before. It's only been club races at Dollar so far, so it'll be exciting to have it be a little bit different. The track layout, they changed up a little bit from what we saw in the last vlog, so you'll see that when we get there. It looks like it'll actually flow a little bit better, I think. Car seems like it's all good. The only thing that I did was I changed out the diff fluid, just put some fresh stuff in, still 100K. But it's gonna be a great day of racing, so we'll see you at Dollar Hobbies. All right, it's time for the caffeine check. From good old Caribou.
Got the orange juice.
Christian's got orange juice. Woo! Yep. All right, here's the pit setup. We're rocking with $1 today. Hell of a turnout, running a little bit later than we thought we would. Of course, we got Christian over here. Christian, what's this car?
It's a toy car. I'm just kidding. It's an S-Works.
Sean's here today, as usual. But what are you doing here today, Sean?
Racing the Bigfoot 50 body.
Sean is racing the novice / sportsman's class with a Stampede. That'll be a treat. We'll do a whole nother video for that. I think that'll be fun. There's a lot of people here. The track is a little bit different from what it was last week, and we should get some practice because we don't have a lot of time. All right, we needed a quick little snack before the mains here. Sean said that he was gonna finish this entire plate of nachos in 5 minutes. And I got some beef tips here. We're over at Ray J's just down the street from the track. Pretty good, pretty good.
Travis Spallone. 11-4. 11-4. 14-2. 13-5. 113.1. 22.4. 11-5. 13-9. John Pickup. 12 flat. 10-8. 11-7. 11-4.
Oh boy.
15-5. 11-9. 15-7. 16-5. 11 flat. 13-7. 13-2. Benefit Overbridge.
Oh. Hi, Scott. Oh, are we gonna straighten it out?
I think that's the straightaway. So, where'd you get all the bling bling that you got there?
It's a company on Facebook called Suction Stickers.
Oh, okay.
So they make wraps for like this, a couple other radios, battery chargers.
That's cool.
They did a pit mat for me that's all decked out.
Yeah,
I can't drive for shit, but my stuff will look all right at least. So.
You drive better than me, dude.
Careful my car. Thank you.
What are they doing? What?
Well, what are they doing?
I was hoping to practice a little today.
One class.
Yes, sir.
So it comes to 2804.
All right, practice was much shorter than I anticipate, and with these brand new tires, I would have liked to have maybe 2 packs in at least. We got less than 1 because we were waiting for a lot of track changes to be made, and then we're helping Sean get ready and everything too for his race, which you can catch in the next video. And yeah, so not a lot of practice, but the layout's somewhat familiar. I don't know how many entries we have in the class. We'll see how it all goes. Car feels good though. I can definitely feel the fresh fluid in the diff a little bit, for sure. So I think that was a good move. We're gonna wing it and see how it goes.
Leland, can you bring mine upstairs? Don't run.
Check in, we're going to Marshall. Track is closed. Let's park them on the right side here. Our starting order is going to be Mike, Mark, Ryan, John, and Travis. Go on your name. Mike, Mark, Ryan, John, Travis. Heat 1 of 3 for intermediate 17.5 buggy. Heat number 2 up next, that's going to be Justin Spallone, Scott Albrecht, Tyler Steele, Rory, Joe 3, and Audie. You're up in about 4 minutes.
That's not it. Not sure how I managed that one.
One minute in, we've got John Huckner out front on a 26.511, Ryan 25.506, Mike Peterson 24.502, Travis 24.511.
Sorry.
halfway there, guys. John Huckner up front, 25.506. Ryan, 25.511. Mike, 24.501. Fast lap from Huckner at 11.77. Ryan, 11.86. Travis with an 11.99. Mike with a 12.16. Seconds to go. One minute left.
Oh my God.
All right, there's the tone. Keep going till I say you're done. Ryan's done. Mike's done. All right, everybody's in and done. John Hutler's going to set our early GQ at a 25.509.
The first heat wasn't great, and I'm going to put a lot of that on just the minimal practice we had. A, because we were late, and B, because once we got on the track and tried to practice, they completely changed the whole track. So it is what it is. We have a lot of entries in 17.5 intermediate buggy today. There's 16. Currently 11. I drove like ass. Couldn't stay smooth, consistent, controlled. I think we can make it up to the top 5 if we have a good second round qualifier, and right now the main goal is just to make the A main, and hopefully that happens. Stay tuned. Christian here only got like a couple laps on his new S-Works car, and then had some issues and tried to do a makeshift spur gear with Associated, which didn't go so well, but he found somebody with a, there it is. Oh yeah.
Tried to drill it out right in the middle with, you know, that's why all these shavings are here. Did not work.
Tried to ream the hole out so he could fit it in there. Just really makeshift. Found somebody with a Schumacher spur, and it turns out it fits perfect in the S-Works car. So he'll actually get a good chance to drive this car for the first time. That's exciting stuff. We're gonna move the battery tray because I've had about 3 people tell me that it should be moved up. So we're gonna move the battery stuff up a little bit here. How far up should I move it? All the way?
2 holes, I said. Yeah, right there. That's where I would go. That's where I put mine.
Try to drive a little harder in the corners, maybe.
Shouldn't have to touch your controller wheel as much.
Good. I've got blue.
All right, everyone's in and done. Dustin's going to keep it into a 24.504 overall.
that?
My car's coming on. Still a lot of miscues.
Starting orders for the Rory, Matt, Tyler, and Travis. Go underneath. Rory, Matt, Travis. Sorry, I think I messed that up. It worked out, everything stayed so rolling. TQ Helmets got over at 26,511. This time, currently looking to move himself up 10 spots to second overall. Last time I ran 11.7. Now Tyler Steele to the top on a 25.504. Travis 25.505. Rory 25.506. 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Halfway there, 2:30 left. Tyler Steele up front on a 25.5 flat. Travis 25.505. Rory 25.510. Matt 23.506. Tyler Steele working with TQ now. He's on a 26.511. 2/100 behind over. Tyler, our leader, looking at the backside of Travis. Nice job, Travis. Thank you, sir. Don't get on a ladder room. Just the lane. Just the car with. 90 seconds left. Tyler up front on 5 laps, second overall.
Oh, there you go up there.
All right, second qualifying heat was much gooder. As of course I like to say, we finished on the lead lap. We had 25 laps this time as opposed to 23 laps in the first heat. So we're up 2 laps. We're running a lot better, way smoother, way more consistent. And if I can run like that in the main, I will be super happy about that. So the A main is going to be super hectic. We're starting 5th. Seeds 3 through 7 in qualifying all had 25 laps and are within 10 seconds of each other from qualifying. So it's going to be super hectic. There's going to be 9 cars in there. It's going to be chaos. We just got to try to stay clean, which is going to be really hard those first few laps, and hope we don't get wrapped up in anybody. So did a little extra off-camera practice. So far I haven't broken anything today, so hopefully we'll break that streak of braking during a race day. But strap in, because this is going to be the wildest A main I've done yet. Fuck you, Pete. Where did I go? Oh, there I am.
All right, guys, 7 laps in. Marshall watch the corners. Drivers on the zone.
Sorry, Pete, I thought you were getting by.
Hold up, second place, John Quick upside down. Now shot over with a huge lead, 8.1 seconds back to Tyler Steele. 1.2 to Pete, 0.9 to Quick. Then we got Ted Johnson, John Hunter, Travis, Gordon, and Ryan. So Scott Over is going to win it. 8 seconds, Ted Johnson third. Hey, Keith.
Surprise caffeine check. Yep. All right. Quick race recap. So first, I got to talk about the entry count. 16 cars in this class for 17.5 intermediate, and that is easily the biggest 10 scale race I've had Not even close. And I absolutely love that because the bigger the classes are, ultimately the more competitive that they're going to be. And in turn, hopefully that helps make me a better driver because I'm driving with people that are maybe just a smidge faster than me. And that's just going to help me try to get to that point. And it's just kind of baby steps in progressing in that way. Heat 1, finished 4th out of 5 with 23 laps. We were pretty far off of where we wanted to be, for sure. And I knew I was better than that. A lot of that was in my driving. Earlier in the video, I partly blamed the poor first heat performance on the last minute track layout changes. Granted, it wasn't a major overhaul. The core layout stayed the same, the turns were the same, but the jump placement and configuration changed, and that does create a whole different flow to the track. Now, while I don't necessarily think you should be making those types of changes within an hour of your heat starting on a points race day, it did level the playing field. Or I guess what I mean by that is not necessarily leveling the playing field, but it's not like I'm the only one that had any issues with that, right? Everybody had the layout change for them at the same time. So the practice was really minimal. The chance to break in the brand new set of tires was really minimal. However, there were a lot of guys who already practiced and they weren't going to go back out again. So a lot of people didn't even get the chance to do any kind of practice after those changes were made. But all in all, it's not fair to blame any performance on those track changes for that reason of it being the same for everybody now. And ultimately, of course, it was my fault that we had that poor finish in the first heat. Second heat, much gooder. We finished 25 laps, which is the same as the leader, and we were 8 seconds behind. So in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot of time, but it's also not. What it does mean is that we crashed a lot less. Our consistency went from 86% in Heat 1 to 96% in Heat 2. And like I've said before, the better your consistency, the better your finishing result is going to be. At least when you're new, in my experience so far. That consistency number I know for sure is what I need to focus on more than what my finishing position is. Because if I worry more about that consistency number, that finishing result is going to come along with it. And so far, that's been the case based on the data. And how great is it that we have a system like Live RC to be able to see that data and really put numbers to what we're doing on the track so we know exactly what we do need to focus on. And for me, so far, still, it is consistency. So going into round number 2 of qualifying, we were the number 10 seed from round 1. And with the finish that we got, we ended up being the number 6 seed or 5 seed. 5 seed. So I was really happy with that. And you guys heard me say this before. It seems like it's always the case. I do really shitty in the first round. The second round, it's always a huge improvement. And then the main, kind of a toss-up. So with that good improvement from round 1 to round 2, we were seated 5th overall in the class. We started 5th in the A main. And the start of the mains is something I've been working on a lot because before I wasn't driving with as much confidence. After that tone dropped, I was letting people by. I wasn't holding the line that I want. And I've definitely improved on that a little bit. And so far, we haven't really had any issues with that. You just have to kind of trust that it's going to work out when you're doing what you should be doing. And I'm not super upset about a 7th place finish because, like I said, that 3rd through 7th or 8th place all qualified within 10 seconds of each other, which is just super cutthroat competitive. But what I am upset about is our consistency number in the A main was the worst it's been the entire day. And we dropped down to a 79%. And as a result, we have a lower overall finishing position than what we wanted. However, I will say overall, it was a good day and it was a good day of learning. Because if there were 16 cars overall that were in this class, being in the top 5 in my book is pretty damn good for the short amount of time that we've kind of been doing this. And even then, 7th out of 16 isn't bad. We were in the A main. The A main was pretty hectic, having 9 cars in there. That's the most cars I've been on the track with at one time. And I'm surprised that they ended up running that many. I don't know if that's like what their normal count is for an A main when you have this many cars in the class or what, but that definitely added to the complexity of everything. The car was great. The car was feeling good. Honestly, it didn't take too long for the tires to start feeling mostly normal. It was really just right away where I kind of noticed it, but it didn't really affect how I felt like I needed to drive the car. I didn't notice any big improvements over moving that battery mount forward a little bit. It didn't hurt anything either, but that's just one of those small things where it's hard for me to notice until I get a lot more time with the car. And the video that we're doing with Sean racing his Stampede, it might be the next video, maybe the video after that. I don't know. We'll see. I really take this stuff week by week. Christian overall is liking his new S-Works car in case you were curious, and we'll get more information from him about that later on. And also wish him good luck because he's going to Silver State next week, and that's going to be a huge deal for him. It's going to be super cool. I can't wait to see how he does there. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel because we always have something cool in the works. And I've got a couple things right now that I'm moving into place for those cool things to happen. As always, guys, thank you so much genuinely for checking out Travis RC, and I'm going to see you in the next one.